Hello friends, welcome back to the Ethical Hacking course. From the previous lectures, we learned that when it comes to WPA and WPA2, the only packets that contain some information that can help us with cracking the keys are the handshake packets. In the last lecture, we learned how to capture the handshake and store it in the file. Now the handshake does not contain any information that can help us to recover or recalculate the WPA. The information in it can only be used to check whether a password is valid or not. Therefore, what we are going to do is create a word list, which is basically a big text file that contains a large number of passwords. Then go through this file, go through the password one by one and use them with a handshake in order to check whether this password is valid or not. You can actually download ready word list from the internet. But in this lecture, I want to teach you how to create your own word list. In the next lecture, I am going to explain how the word list and the handshake are used in order to recover the password. And we will see how to do that in practice. So in this lecture, we are going to learn how you create your own word list using a tool called Crunch. This is a really handy skill to have under your belt. If you want to be a penetration tester, you are gonna face a lot of scenario where a wordless attack can become a very handy. Using the tool is very simple. All you have to do is just put the name of the tool and then you specify the minimum number of characters for the password to be generated. Then we are gonna specify the maximum number of characters for the password. Then you specify the characters that you want to generate passwords from. For example, you can put all lowercase characters, all uppercase characters. You can put numbers, digits, or you can specify smaller number to make the word list smaller. You can also use the option T, which is optional, to give a pattern. Let's say that you are looking at the person while they are typing their password and you have seen that password will start from an A. So you can tell Crunch that the password will start with an A and then give me all possible combination of password that start with an A. After that, we use the "-o" option to specify the file name where the password are gonna be stored. We have a small example here that will generate a list of passwords that start from 6 characters to 10 characters and contain this character right here. So it's gonna create a combination of 1, 2, 3, ABC and $sign. It's gonna store it in a file called wordlist. These passwords will always start with A and end with B. The tool actually has a lot of options for other than what we have seen so far. If you just type in man crunch, you will see all the options that you have can set and you will see all detailed description about all these options. It's actually really good. You can go ahead and spend some time for getting familiar with it. One of the really cool options that I want to highlight is the -p option. The P option tells Crunch to generate password that don't have repeating characters. When you specify all lowercase characters as ABCD, it will start by generating password made of 7 times of A and then A 4 times of B. When you do this, Crunch will ignore this type of password and only create password that don't have the repeating character. That will reduce the size of the word list from the number of character raised to the power of length down to factorial of number of character. If you scroll down, you will actually see more example of commands, types of word list of commands and types of word list that will be created. You can have a look at this and get yourself familiar with them. Once you are done looking at them, you can just press Q and you will be out of it. We are gonna run our command here using Crunch. I want to generate password with a minimum of 6 characters and a maximum of 8 characters containing combination of ABC and digit 1, 2. Now in here, you can actually keep listing things. You can list characters, uppercase characters, or even symbols if you wanted to. Once you have done listing the character, we are gonna specify the file to save it to call test.txt. The command is very simple. Crunch 6 and 8 ABC and -o for test.txt. It's crunch followed by a minimum length of password, maximum length of password, followed by character we want to use for generating password from, and then -o for specifying where those passwords are going to be stored. As you can see, now it's telling us that its password is generated of 4 megabytes. Now I can open the file by doing cat test.txt. As you can see now, we can see all the generated password containing all possible combination of ABC12. I also want to show you an example using the -t option. I am going to set this for only 6 character using -t, which is for a pattern option. I want it for my password always start with an A while filling all possible combination between A and B. As you can see now, because I have narrowed down possibilities for password starting with A and ending with B, while allowing any combination in between using ABC12 results in only 625 possible passwords. Again, if I do cat.txt file, you will see all those generated passwords right here. This tool is really and can be applied useful and can be applied in many scenarios. I highly recommend spending some time with it as well as looking at existing word lists available on the internet. Let's move to the another video. In the previous lectures, we learned that to crack WP and WPA2, we need two main components. First, we need to capture the handshake. Second, we need a word list containing a set of possible passwords that we will try one by one, hoping one of them matches the target network's password. Right now, I have both of these components ready. So we are set to go and crack the password. How aircrackng works to do this? We will use aircrackng. This tool will unpack the handshake file and extract the useful information. One crucial piece of this information is MIC. MIC stands for Message Integrity Code. This MIC is used by the access point to verify if a password is correct or not. aircrackng separate this MIC and set it aside. Then it combines all the other information from the handshake with the first password in the word list to generate a new MIC. It then compares this newly generated MIC with the one extracted from the handshake. If the two MICs match, then we have found the correct password for the network. If they don't match, the tool will move on the next password in the word list. It keeps repeating this process, taking each password from the word list, combining it with the handshake data, generating a new MIC, and comparing it with the original MIC. If one of the password generates the right MIC, that's the network password. None of them match, then we won't able to get the password using this word list. Importance of good word list. This is why the success of this attack largely depend on the quality and size of your word list. For demonstration, I have a word list test.txt. I have manually added my target password to the end of this list so that when I run it against the handshake, I will find the correct password since it was not included by default. WPA handshake01.cap file in my home directory. You will see both the word list and the handshake file. Running aircrackng now. We are ready to run aircrackng. We'll type the command aircrackng followed by our capture file name WPA handshake01.cap. Since this is a WPA2 network, we have to specify the word list using the -w option like this aircraft WPA handshake01.cap file -w txt. aircrackng is now going to the word list, testing each word one by one as shown in the diagram. It calculates an MIC based on the information from the handshake and the current password from the word list. If the MIC is correct, it will tell us that we have a founder. Factor affecting the speed of this process depend on your processor and the size of your word list. Larger word list will take longer to process. There are also online services available where you can upload your handshake file, and they use word list along with supercomputers to find the password. Success. As you can see, we have successfully found the key. It matches the same key we obtained when exploiting the WPS features. Now we can connect to the network and perform all cool stuff I will be teaching you in the post connection attack. Alternatively, methods and tips currently, this wordlist attack is only practical way to crack WP and WP2 keys. However, there are methods to speed up the process using GPUs, which are the faster than CPUs. If you have one available, you can also use rainbow tables or pipe your word list directly from Crunch into AirCrackNG, avoiding the need to store the word list on your computer. There are even methods to pause your cracking process and resume later without losing your process. But the main idea remains the same. Cracking WPA and WPA2 require a word list attack. That's all for today's lecture. I hope you found this information useful. Stay safe and I will see you in the next video.